I don't know if you can hear me. I hope so. I gotta turn on my AC. Come here in the shade. Hi, this is me, Dodi, and you're watching Dodi's page. I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you can't. I'm driving. So I'm trying this one out now. Maybe, maybe. Maybe it'll work. Put on some glasses. And head on down the road. I don't know if anything's working. If it's not, well, then I'm going to just delete it. But I need to know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? On a comment, let me know if you can hear me. I'm driving. Driving, driving. I love driving. You go places when you drive. Talk to me. Somebody say something. Okay. I don't know if there's anybody on or not, because I just got on. So let me know. Let me know how it goes. Um, oh, this thing, don't tell me my signal's on. Okay, can you hear me? Now I can't see it. I gotta watch the road. Oh, hi, can you hear me? Marisol. Marisol. I love that. Let me know if you can hear me, Marisol. Put down the phone you have. Okay, I'm not holding the phone thing now. I'm looking. Oh, you can hear me. Good. Okay, good. Now, I can't read the comments because I gotta watch the road. So, this is working. See? I'm trying, but I don't want to poke my eye. I love that name, Marisol. Oh, that's telling me I'm going faster than the speed limit. Did you hear that? The speed limit is 75. Did you see me? I was doing like about 110 around that corner. Not really. If you just go 110 and a half, it's going to say, you're going to. No, really. Uh, this is me. I'm Dodi Lina, or Dodi, and you're watching Dodi's page. Give me a thumbs up, okay? And I'll read these comments in a little bit when I take a break. Oh, stop it. This ride that we're on right now, um, actually, there's really not a whole lot. See, so I think you got the better view if I turn the camera this way. Uh, I've been going live every week, every, not every week, every day this week. So one video I had to cut off because I had too much of my art on there that's not, what do you call it, ready for public viewing yet. And yesterday I put one out, and it was okay. But I'm not, you know, I'm just having fun right now. We are headed that way. That way. Um, Actually, I'll tell you where I'm at. South on I-25 in the United States of America. I just finished drinking coffee. I just finished having some breakfast, and I was gonna go online there, but I didn't want to. So I thought I'd come and try it out this way because uh, I wanted to check this out. I love my truck. I'm in my pickup truck, and hold on, I'm driving. I'm changing lanes here. Uh, Today is Saturday, the 15th, I think. Yeah, the 15th of August. Um, so that you guys know, uh, I'm a truck driver. I'm an illustrator. I'm a lot of other things. Um, One thing I want to mention is, hold on, let me put myself on cruise control. Ah, I just turned it off using my thumb. There's 75 the speed limit. There it is. Okay, I'm set to 75. Um, so you're not gonna hear that ding, 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 ding. Let me see, what did I want to say here? I don't remember. Um, Thanks for coming in. If you watch my videos, you'll learn a lot you'll learn a lot about spiritual stuff. I do. I talk to angels. They talk to me. I'm not a channeler like some people are. I don't know. Maybe I am. I don't advertise myself as a channeler like some people do, which that's fine. If you don't know what a channeler is, it's when you channel. It's not that you change a channel on your TV or anything like that. It's talking to spirits, to angels, to beings, people, animals that have passed on. Uh, I do that. Okay, so I guess officially, you would, I guess officially I am, but um, they all, it works different for everybody, I've been discovering. And for me, I get signs, I get messages. And you gotta, this is what they told me yesterday about reading messages, about reading. signs that you get. Okay, this is how you know you're evolving too. Okay, what I mean by evolving is the third dimension to the fifth dimension. You know, they're totally different ball games there, if you put it that way. Third dimension is there's a lot of hardship, a lot of crime, a lot of dishonesty, struggling, although there's love in there. Fifth dimension is 99.9% up. We're going to the fifth dimension. I say 99.9 because nobody's perfect. Maybe it's 99%. I don't know, but I'm saying 99%. Okay, you guys get my point. What I'm getting at is I'm coming up to a construction zone. uh, I have, I get signs from angels, from Archangel Michael. I'm a warrior of light for Archangel Michael. I get, what do you call it, messages. I get, you know, the messages, they come to me, they resonate with me, and they guide me. They are my headlights in the dark, that way. At the same time, I'm a beacon of light, so I'm kind of like your headlights in the dark. That way you're not going to be running into a tree or off the road or into a ditch or anything into a rut. So, see, that's how it works. Right now, that's the steps. Okay, that's kind of like the steps. Like I said, we all do it different. Everybody's. If we were all the same, Archangel Michael says, if everybody was the same, that would be the most boringest world. You know, everybody would be the same. Like, where's the fun, excitement, creativity in that? So that's why we're all different. That's why you got people of different races, of different skin color, of different heritage, of different languages, of different heights. And, you know, you get people that are obese, you get people that are super thin, you get people that are really healthy, and then you get people that are, you know, very unhealthy and sick all the time. So we gotta, you know, we got freedom, uh, free will. That's what we got. Okay, I'm almost done with the construction part. See, there's the last of the yellow barrels. Okay, back back to me. I hope you can still hear me okay. I haven't done anything but hold this steering wheel and drive and talk to you guys. What I do is like I said, I'm a beacon of the light. I'm guided, right? They guide me so that I'm being led into a beautiful, heavenly place. By by them by me letting them do that, because we got free will, I am instructed, I am obligated, not instructed, but I'm obligated. It is my duty my to pass on what they tell me to tell you guys. And by doing that, I'm the pillar of light. I'm the pillar of light that you can physically see. Okay? That's why I say I'm a warrior of light. Some people, they don't like, yeah, I have my cruise control on anymore. I had to press the brake because of the construction back there. Okay, there it is. Anyway, it's kind of like, I don't want to say I'm the middleman. I'm just, but what is, there are no middlemen. Okay, I'm letting you guys know, or you guys tuning into me out of your curiosity, out of, you know, the pathways that you're going on in your life have led you to me. And what me, Dodi, is telling you that the light is shining upon you. Keep it lit. Uh, don't do negative, rude, bad things to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Hey, I have it on cruise control. What are you talking about? Uh, talking to my truck. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, that's what I do as a warrior of light. Okay. I'll tell you a little incident that happened to me yesterday. And they happen to me all the time, every day. Everybody I meet is different. I'm sitting yesterday evening. I'm just sitting um, in this little area that is very comfortable outside. The park was across the street. I didn't go to the park, but I'm just sitting across the street from the park. And this one guy, he looked to be homeless. I don't know if he was. I didn't ask him or anything. He was looking a little rough. What I mean by rough is you could tell he hadn't showered. He was a little scrubby, like, you know. And he came and asked me, very politely, he asked me, do you have a coin? A coin. You know, I could use a coin. He wasn't asking for money. He wasn't asking. But by the way he said it, told me that's a sign. By the way he came up to me and approached me and told me was that guy meant it from his heart. That's a sign, okay? This guy, he's not just out there, you know, begging and asking everybody for money, 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 give me some money. I saw that he was hurting and he didn't have. I kind of went a little deeper. I read him. You know what I mean by read him. And I just like sat there and I just like looked at him and I told him I don't have it. But he came and sat down next to me. Actually, he asked if you would sit next to me too. But I was intrigued by his politeness, by his courtesy and manners. And I told him I didn't have any. Because if I would have said yes, then there would have been, okay, next, you know, he would have just and kept on his begging. Instead, I stayed and I talked to him for a little while. And I was telling him about we're not here to suffer, we're here to live your life, to enjoy life, that you get to make the decisions as to where you're going to be, what you're going to do, how things are going to affect you. You get to make the, if you go speeding down the road, your, school zone or whatever, you're either going to get into a wreck or get a speeding ticket, and you're going to pay the consequences. I didn't tell him exactly that, but I told him stuff like that. And okay, he got a little comfortable. I could see he got comfortable with me. When people get comfortable, they pull out a cigarette, right? Okay, I can relax. I know that. I don't smoke, but he pulled out a cigarette, and I kept talking. And I told him, take care of your body. Don't put bad things in your body. And I didn't tell him to put his cigarette away. All of a sudden, he didn't have his cigarette anymore. He didn't want to put it. He didn't want to smoke it. Instead, he wanted to listen to me. That was a sign, right? What I did was I planted a seed. Oh, wait. I'm not going to go cruise control onto an off ramp, okay? That's 63. I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding. Um, it was a seed that I planted in him, a seed of love, a seed of light. That's what I do. Sometimes the people are uh, they're very hard. They're very, I believe this way, I do it this way, and nobody's going to tell me different, and you don't know nothing, and who are you? You know, I don't believe you. Look, I'm not forcing anybody to believe anything I say. Don't believe what I say. Don't. Find out for yourself. That's what I'm saying. That's a sign. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. I'm almost to stop here in a little bit. So I'll read the comments in just a little bit. Coming up to where my truck is, my semi. Sometimes people, I could see that they need help. So I'll lend an offer. I'll lend a helping hand. Some people, they really need it. They're not, some people aren't asking for help. It's just, I could see the situation there. And like just now, I kept looking. There was a lady. She didn't look homeless at all. She was holding some bags, standing in the sun, with her phone, looking down at her phone. I could see she's probably either waiting for somebody or calling for help. Some people, we're all different. We're all in different situations. Always be polite. Always, no matter what. Unconditional. That's what. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. And I hope again. I hope I'm still. What do you call it? The audio is good, and because this truck is quiet, you can't really hear it. And it's a Silverado that I'm in. My Silverado, the Dodi. And I'm coming to. Okay, the deputy sheriff is at work because his deputy sheriff truck is not here. But the officer, his wife, who is my niece, is here. Anyway, I'm going to come here and park, and then I will be able to read, park, and there. Now I can read these. Okay, got to go. I got to work today. Sucks. Okay. Oh, hey, Seventh. How are you doing? Okay. Put down. Okay, I don't drive with. I don't. Yeah, I'm a professional driver. Okay. And yes, you can hear me. I can. Okay, good. Thanks, Marisol. And what is it? Let me read this a little better. Uh, Hi. Can you give me $1 million, of course? Because I am no money. Oh, you no money? Sure, I have $1 million. Sure, I gave it to you there. And when you get it, tell him that David. When you get it, tell him that Dodi sent you. Okay, Dodi gave you a bunch of money, $1 million. Uh, oh, okay. And yes, okay, that's what Marisol is saying. I am going to subscribe. Okay, thank you, Marisol. I love that name, Marisol. And you are number one. Look at that. Wow. And Cindy Blair. Hi, Cindy. You are number three in the horse race. And then Marisol. Thank you, Marisol. And oh, okay, okay. And then a smiley and an O and an okay. Off, well, an O from Marisol. Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Okay. And then Ashley said hi. And Marisol said three dots. And then with a smiley face and O. And then seventh, got to go to work. Watch those tornadoes, Miss Seventh. Okay, I hope you got your power back on. I hope you're doing fine. Be careful out there. And I leave in an hour. I can tune in when I'm driving later. Okay, sure. Thanks. Well, love you and you take care. And I left you a message, a reply message. Yeah, watch out for those tornadoes. No power yet. I tell you, there's some directions I gave you. I sent you a message. Read it. I need, Marisol, I need to go. Bye. See you tomorrow. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow too. And no power yet. Where are you at that there's no power? Gots to be like in the Midwest. I haven't heard of no tornadoes. There's no tornadoes around here. Blue skies, sunny skies. Anyway, yeah, you must be in a different part of the United States. I know you're in the United States, but anyway, that's what I was saying about what I do as a warrior of light. I don't go off and start, because I'm a warrior, start fighting with everybody. The sword that I have is of light and love. It's not of blood and pain. Okay, it's of light and love. People got clobbered. Really? Where are you at? What town or state are you in? Let me know, Seventh. And I hope everybody's doing okay. Seriously, I hope everybody's okay. You know me, I like to joke around. And I still have my hat, but I'm not going to wear it because this thing is like a heater. It heats from, it's kind of like wearing thermal underwear in the summertime. You start to like heat. You know, I don't wear thermal underwear, so especially in the summertime. Um, anyway, things for me, I don't want to say are at a standstill. You know, there's like, I mean, how can I put it? There was a shift that happened. It's happening still. There was a full moon. All the planets lined up, and they were all lined up like across the sky like that. Jupiter was on the other side. I'm sorry, Venus. That was that night, and Venus was on the other side. So Venus was all by itself, but that was glowing too. So they were all there. And that's what happened. And it was an eclipse, right? We didn't see the eclipse. The eclipse happened somewhere in Europe, I think, and what is it, Greenland or Iceland? It wasn't Crapland, but it was. I've never been to Crapland. It was in Iceland. Yeah. So with all that, not to mention, it was a new moon, right? Every time it's a new moon, things change. Especially this one. The next time that happens is going to be like in I'm sorry, 2045 or something like that. So by then, um, by 2030, this ascension, this portals, these ascensions is going to be closing. So I'm trying to tell you guys, clean yourself up. That's what I do. Okay. Okay, what did you say? Never saw so many people down in trees on top of people's houses. Wow. Indiana, Illinois, this place has been trading back and forth. Wow. Well, be careful. That's why with this truck, see, I was going to go back to uh, pulling RVs, like Hot Shot. And I called the guy. I called him last month, and he told me, well, right now things aren't, we're going through some issues. So call me back in the beginning of August. So I called him back in the beginning of August and couldn't get a hold of him. So like the second week, last week, I finally got a hold of him. I told him, do you still need any drivers? Because, I'll haul RVs. And he says, right now things are really slow. Business isn't what it's normally like. Uh, Call me back at the end of August. So, and it's right up there in, what is it? Uh, RV land, um, Heartland, or I don't know what, Hartford, I don't know, something in Indiana, northern Indiana. Um, I don't know the name of that town. Anyway, it's Tornado Alley down there. Why they make a bunch of RVs down there in that area, I don't know. Because those RVs, they just float like a weed blower and ping pong balls. They just fly all over the place. I don't know if you live in a house or a trailer or like me, I live in my trucks. But, I still don't have a house. But I live in my trucks. I'm home. Um, I move around from place to place. My semi is right there. Can you see it? That's my semi right there. Let me put it this way. That's my big boy right there. Um, I'm parked next to it. I'm parked at my niece's and nephew's. Uh, Apartment guy didn't want to tell you they was in a tornado. Ouch, ouch. Be careful. Be careful. You know. Um, the reason why I don't live in an apartment is because my job, if I get an apartment, I'm not going to be in the apartment. I'm going to be working somewhere going all the way to Boneyland. So why get an apartment if you're not going to live in it? And that's why I live in my trucks. So, and it's different. I don't get to take a nice warm bath. I don't get to cook the meals I want to cook on a stove in the kitchen with my dishes and everything. And, my beautiful dishes. I can't do that. But I get to go and see things, people, places, weather, food, the, yeah. So it's different for me. Uh, won't you be screwed if you ran into a tornado? You're in a truck. Okay, hold on. I'll answer that one in a minute. Well, at least you can run from it by dodging states. Uh, I'll tell you, this one time I was running from two tornadoes and another one was headed my way. I was driving a reefer. If you know what a reefer is, it's a refrigerated truck. And they're the ones that haul like meat, frozen pizzas, refrigerated stuff from one end of the country to the other. That's why you get, you know, frozen seafood in Oklahoma and stuff like that, right? Because people like what I used to do as a reefer driver. I'm going through Kansas of all places. And I had a delivery to pick up in Kansas. So I'm going empty. When you're empty, the trailer's light. When you're heavy, at least you got something to stick to the ground. Well, I'm going empty. The trailer is heavy too, but when the wind blows, that trailer will do this and that. And when you're loaded, it's going to hang on. It'll still sway, but I'm going on I-70 and I had like about 150 miles to go still before my turnoff was. I'm going east and I'm listening to the radio and I'm hearing them. Hold on, I'm going to turn on my truck because it's getting hot. Turn on my AC. And this will turn off too, so. Set the temperature to 61 degrees. Now I got some nice AC on. I hope you can still hear me. Well, I'm going east on I-70, listening to the radio. Uh, we really didn't have internet like we do now. This was probably like about 20 years ago. I've been driving 35 years as a truck driver. And I'm driving like this, and I'm listening to the radio, and I keep hearing about this, this alarm on the radio, right? You know what I'm talking about? These alerts. And, then you get this voice that, well, there are tornadoes. So, like, I'm like, okay, where is this at? Because you can't read it. There's no text. There's nothing like that. So I'm listening, and they're saying something, something county, and like, how come you guys don't just say the towns, not counties? I have no idea where this county that they're talking about. I have no idea where it's at. That's the bad thing. They should say mention the cities, the towns, the villages. So I'm driving and I'm looking at the skies. I can see off to the my my left side. Okay, the clouds are looking a lot. They're dark. So I kept an eye on those clouds. I'm doing 150 miles still, not 100 miles an hour, but I'm doing, back then I was like 75 miles an hour. And I'm driving, and yeah, that's dumb, yeah, county. Like, well, where's this county Rutherford at? Like, like, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, I live in County Rutherford or County Elk or whatever county there is. Like, where does it start? Where does it end? You see a little sign sometimes you see a little sign on the side of the highway, you know, Bernalillo County or something. You're, you're in a semi. Yeah, I was in a semi. I was driving empty. I was going to go pick up a load somewhere in Kansas. I'm driving, so I start looking at these clouds, and I hear on the radio that this tornadoes, there's more than one, are headed southeast, as they say that. So, okay, so they're coming. I'm going this way. They're going to cross me at an angle like that, right? If if anything. And I kept looking, and those clouds kept getting darker and darker. And I'm driving. The road just goes straight. I got the pedal to the metal. I am going as fast as I can because I had to go pick up that stuff before they closed. I'd be getting there like at 4 o'clock as fast as I could. If I slowed down, then I'd have to wait for the next day. So I'm going as fast as I could to get my stuff picked up. And then I realized that's the tornado they're talking about. It's right there. And we are going to meet like this because, and there was two of them. I even like, you could see them, in the dark charcoal gray clouds. I'm driving and I'm like looking, and sure enough, I saw there was a tornado, and I'm driving like, oh my God. And it just kept coming closer and closer because we were going the same. I was going east, I was going southeast like that. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna run right into it. And there's no place I could have stopped, okay, and they would have gone in front, going, and I would have stopped, they would have passed in front of me. And I'm driving, and I thought, where's my turnoff? And I'm racing for my turnoff. Now it's like 75 miles or something. I'm going, and the tornadoes. Now I discover there's two tornadoes. One faded off, but another one came in. So now there's like that's a different one, and this one was closer than the other one. So I'm like, I was ready to pull off. If I were to pull off, the tornado is gonna come and you know catch up with me because by this time we are too close. Guess what happened? I'm driving. Okay, there's my turn off. I came and I turned off that way. I'm like, whew, so the tornado kept going that way, but I turned south now. I wasn't going east, I turned south. I know on your phone it's a little different, but the tornado is going south, southeast, southwest, and southeast, and I'm going east, but I turned straight south on a highway. And after that, I saw all those tornadoes in my mirror, right? All that nasty weather. And it's going that way. Good, good. Like, okay, I'm headed to blue skies now. Well, I had another 94 miles, I think, to go south. Well, there's another tornado. This one's going west. and it's and it's coming. We are like going to cross this way now. Not like this. Those other ones gone. Now I'm going south, and a tornado is headed west. Oh, I got itch in my eye. I'm sorry. Anyway, I am like, and now I'm on a little 2-lane country road highway. There's no room to even pull over. You can't because you'll tip over something. I am going, and no, that one was like about 100 miles. At first, it was like about 150, almost 200 miles on I-70. Then I turned down a country road. Oh my goodness. And I'm going, now I see this tornado, the clouds again, and they're coming. My blue skies were like fading. Hold on, I got an itch on my eye. Well, anyway, I'm I'm like, oh no. So I'm coming, and I got to my delivery point. I pulled over, about a mile off the highway, and I went I made a right turn and there's some farmers there and stuff, and they were like, I don't know if we can load you, but a tornado is coming, and but so they loaded me like that. I told them, I told them I've been running from tornadoes all day long, and this one, as they were loading me, that that tornado that was coming, that I was running into, it it changed course, so it didn't run right into me. Uh, as they were loading me, I'm sitting in my truck at the dock, in some little farm, and I'm seeing all this bad weather just all over the place. And see, they're in the warehouse, so they're in the truck and the forklift, so they don't see the outside. I'm looking through the window, and there's like a lot of. But then I kept listening to the radio, and it started to fade away. I'm thinking, like, oh my goodness, that was three tornadoes in one day. And once I got loaded, and they came out, and the guy says, "Wow, it looks like it's calming down." And I tell him, "Yeah, I've been listening, and they said the tornado, it either faded away or there's no alert on it anymore." And he says, "Oh well, then good. You're good to go." So I'm checking my load. Now I'm loaded. Am I safe to get going out? And it was nice skies after that. Yeah, they the ones that were coming like this, I could even feel the wind. The wind was rocking my truck and everything. That's how close I was. I was empty, and you could feel the wind and see the wind, and so I want to say that tornado was probably maybe a mile, half a mile away from me coming. We were coming to a junction right there, but I turned and I went the other way, so it didn't get. Anyway, that's that's one story that. Uh, when was the tornado? This happened about 20 years ago. It was a long time ago. That's one of my trucker tornado stories. But anyway, I'm going to sneeze a lot. So I'm going to take off now. I'm going to end this video. Thanks for watching. I told you a little bit about what a warrior of light does. I spread nothing but unconditional love to everybody. It doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter your rudeness. It doesn't matter your hatred, your prejudice. It doesn't matter your, where you're from. Nothing. Uh, I spread love to everybody. Okay. Let me see. What did you say? Uh, they pick and choose who they want to grab or damage. They come out of nowhere, and it is a lot of dice rolling. Uh, there's like I said, I left you a little comment. They come with an extension cord, so try to hang on to that. Try to catch that extension cord. That way you can ride that puppy, and you'll get your power back. um, anyway, yeah, ride those tornadoes. That's really crazy. We truckers, we go through a lot, and weather sometimes can be really, really brutal. It's, because of the weather conditions, people aren't quite prepared, or sometimes caught by surprise, or sometimes out of stupidity. For me, I want to say I should have just stopped way back before all this even started. So, in a sense, it was kind of stupid for me to do what I did. But you learn. You know what I mean? I didn't know until I was already in the thick of it, because there was nowhere to stop. Now what do I do? My stupidness there is I didn't check the weather conditions before I even took off. So if you're going to be traveling, we got satellite, we got weather channels, we got people more than happy to tell you what's going on in the weather. Look for the true ones, because there's some of them that are not true. But if there's any sort of bad weather, heat, uh, might be blue skies like this, but my goodness, 114 degrees is deadly. Um, 110 degrees can be deadly if you break down out in the highway, and you're not prepared. You can get heat stroke and stuff. And, at least with a tornado, you can see the clouds, you can see the signs are, I'm coming. And sometimes at night, you can't see that. But when you're during the day, you can see that. So, like, that was my fault that I didn't check the weather before I left. If you guys are going to travel, check the weather before you go anywhere. Um, that's kind of like, you know, the normal thing. You check. For me, I check the weather. You look up. One time, my dad, he was sitting in his den, and watching TV and stuff. He had retired. I don't know what he was doing. It was on a weekend. No, he was still working. He was an iron worker, and he's sitting in the den resting. I come in, and he tells me, "How's the weather outside?" Because he hadn't been outside. I told him, "I don't know, Dad. I didn't look up." And he looked at me. He was speechless. He says, "You didn't look up?" I was like, "I don't know. I was busy just watching the road. I didn't look up. I didn't notice the weather, that it was raining or snowing or sunny. I'm just driving. But anyway, we'll see you later. Thanks for coming in and look up. Okay. We'll see you later. Love you guys. And is there anything else I wanted to say? Your light, your light, your heart glows. I could see it in the comments. Okay. Um, Thanks for coming in. And the more you come into me, the more you're going to see how I work, what I do, how I do things, and you're going to find out more about me and more about yourself. Okay. Spiritual. I'm not religious. I'm not prejudiced. I'm not mean. Uh, I'll tell you things about words you say that work against you, and I'll tell you about thoughts that can really, really help you accelerate. Okay. I'll probably do that maybe either later today or tomorrow. Also, I can make videos now. I'll be making videos so that I can post them. The videos don't get as much traction as these lives, but so I'm kind of going for some subscriptions to maybe I'll break 1,000 or something. I'm at 600 and something. Um, I've been getting some subbies. Good, thank you. I love you guys. And so once I get that, then I think my videos that I make, I'll spend all day, sometimes a week working on a video, and I'll only get like maybe 15 views on it. So like that's, but I keep doing it, I keep doing it, and they'll get traction. The videos, they come with music, they come with words, they come with, you know, graphics and stuff. This just comes with live, you know. So if you're interested, this is what you're going to see for the whole video, just me talking. Sometimes you'll see some videos, turn the camera. That's about it. I was looking at getting a GoPro so I can make some really cool videos. I'm going to start working first. I'm between jobs right now. Anyway, told you a little bit about me, and I'm Dodi. This is Dodi's page. Thanks for watching. Okay. I'd love to see your art in a live. Okay. I'll show you a little bit, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I'll pop up a little bit tomorrow. Some that's already published and stuff. I'm not going to do it now. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.